Alright, Triggers, what's happening? So last weekend I went to my very first New Force Wrestling show and I was very grateful for them to let me video, and I can bring you this video for it now. So we're going to kick things straight off with the first match. So the first match up, and this was between fantastic David Francisco, and he's the current APW World Champion, and he was up against Richie Delight. I think he's cousins with Sunny Delight. You see what I did there? Sunny Delight? I think they only get worse. But before the match actually got started, and I just want to throw this in there, Richie actually come round to me and was like, what's that then? You know, what's that Trigo? See, so look, like I said, YouTube sensation right here, people, right? See, I'm getting noticed. I mean, I should already be getting noticed, but still, it's nice to know that the wrestlers are fans of me, alright? Yeah, look, it's a claim to fame and I'm taking it, alright?
Think you are to interrupt the speech of the champion? Of course you have no answer. There's no way you can answer a question.
Why don't you shut your mouth? These people have not come to listen to you ramble on. This is not New Force talking. This is New Force wrestling. Isn't it?
Cliches right here.
Yeah? You've come to see wrestling, haven't you? You ain't come to see this one ramble on all night. So you're not supposed to be out here now. We were supposed to fight later, but how about we do this right now? Do you want to see some wrestling?
Richie, baby, you need to understand that what these people want doesn't matter. Because truth be told, they paid to see me. It wasn't the other way around. So they have to please me. I don't have to please them. I wrestle whenever I goddamn want to. But your face is beautiful enough for me to kick it right now, and you really deserve a whooping. So if you want one right now, that's exactly what you're gonna get. Come on, Rauf,
yeah?
Do your job.
Make some noise, come on! Do you want me to knock this chump out?
Stop! One, two, start it out, I'm breaking. Watch him. Watch him. Shut! Fantastic! I'm a world champion now, alright? Yeah. Two, three. Oh! Just give up, Richie! I said... I'm off to hear it. Just give up, Richie! Shut up, you! Yeah! See that? Nobody cares about you, Richie! Go, Richie!
Crack attack.
You are done, you hear me? You are done. You are done. You hear me? Oh. Come on! Son! Come on! Shit! Fool! That's it! That's it! Yeah! You're done!
So fantastic. David Francisco picked up the win there, which pretty much was dominated by himself. Now, I loved his character. He stayed in character the whole time. He didn't fluff his lines like most people tend to do in the indies when he's doing a promo. I only got one bit on there. The first half, for some unfortunate reason, wouldn't upload. It kept saying corrupt. I can apologise on that. But like I said, brilliant character. The only thing I feel with him is he's missing something that makes him stand out. And when I say that, I mean because two perfect wrestlers. Richard Parliament, he has the it's very simple, but it stands out and it gets people's backs up, or it gets people with him, as well as the Dirty Colombian we've seen as well. He goes, shut your mouth, you know. So he's missing something along those lines, but to be honest with you, you know, he's almost the finished article with everything that we've seen. His promos, staying in character, and his wrestling as well. I think if he has something there like a signature. Now, you can't have treacles, that's mine, alright, copyright and everything, and I will sue your motherfucking ass. Then I think he's set. You know, you need something to make him stand out all the time, and then people will isolate or even acknowledge what a catchphrase you have, and then people will know exactly who we're talking about. Richie Delight had a good entrance as well. He come out like a American footballer, like a jock type. You know, he come round to me, he was like, oh, what's happening, Triggles, and all that lot. So, like I said, YouTube sensation, right? Remember the face and the dimples, right? I'm going to be multi-millionaire one day. Richie, again, didn't do a bad job, you know. Typical babyface, getting the crowd on his side. He was trying to get the crowd going, as well as David was trying to get him against them. The only thing that I'm going to criticise, and it's neither one of the wrestlers here, it's actually the crowd. But I've said it before, regarding the wrestlers, it's hard when you're the first act on, because you're the warm-up act, and if people don't know anything about you, like you, I've never seen you two guys before, but I was very impressed with both of you. But this is where I'm going to say with the you know, one word pretty much would have got the crowd going on your side. Now, most people were probably scared to start a chant, thinking no one's going to join in. But you know, you guys are all there for the same reason. You're there to enjoy it. You're there to shout, cheer, and just go for it, right? And interact with the crowd, interact with the wrestlers. What was his name? Richie. Richie. You know what I mean? Now, just a couple of them would have got it going, you know. Like I said, this is where I criticise the crowd, but again, I sympathise being the first one. But then I could have started it, so I'm kind of like mugging myself off as well. But, I mean, if you've seen some of my videos, you know what I was like. I used to be the show-off pretty much. I used to just shout for the sake of shouting, but it got the crowd going, you know. That's why I've done it, to get the crowd going, just to get a bit of atmosphere going, really. All in all, good match to start the night off with. So your second matchup, and this was between Preston Sage, and he was up against Billy Ranger. Now, I've only seen Billy Ranger once before in another promotion, and I didn't really give him the best of reviews, to be honest with you. Fair enough, I didn't really show much of it as well, and I'll probably put the description in there so you can see it yourself. But one thing I will say is he actually has improved a lot since I last saw him, so I'll give him credit on that. But let's go straight into the match now anyway.
Come on guys, I'm gonna need your help this one, I'm gonna need your help.
Good man.
Come on. There we go. Oh no. Good. Come on, let's go.
Hey, touch your finger.
Rauf, come on, you see that? Rauf, are you blind? You're a cheater. Go on, pretty boy, you're a cheat. See? Yeah. Here we go. Yep. Keep up, here you go. What have you got? You're pretty good, see you fast. Come on, keep going. Oh, pretty face of yours.
Right now.
Bring it back to
Come on to your hometown boy. Look at him, he's not worth a thing.
Yes! Go on, guys, bring it back in the ring. 7.
Come on, let's go. Give me your best shot. Swing to it, boy. Yeah!
Bring it back in the ring. 1, 2. Wait. 1, 2, 3.
Try again, mate.
It's not worth it.
No. Come again. No, Rauf. Yeah. No, you must say no. You got pretty boy. Come back for me now. Yeah. I said it's over.
So Billy Ranger picks up the win there in what was a match that he was pretty much getting fucked the whole time. Now, if being honest with you, these are two guys that, gimmick-wise, there wasn't a gimmick. We'll start with one, right? We'll start with Preston straight away. So Preston tried to be the technical type wrestler, and none of it really worked at all, did it? I mean, you saw the 4-figure lock on the ring post, and he completely botched it. He fell on his arse, and you heard me there say, try again. He was like, nah, don't worry about it. It's not worth it. I mean, it probably would have looked good if he actually pulled it off, don't get me wrong. As well as the whole surfboard he tried to do in the middle of the ring. It looked like he couldn't even get Billy up, because obviously Billy is the bigger guy, right? He couldn't hold him up, so it kind of looked like he flipped him to go for the pin, but neither one went for the pin, so he kind of just went, well, I'll give up then in the end. Now, Billy Ranger, he takes bumps, right? He does sell well, and he took that kick to the back of the head like a fucking trooper. You could see a couple of people in the crowd there, and they was like, ooh. To be honest with you, other than that, I mean, he goes by the name of Billy Ranger. He wears the blue Power Ranger tights, but he's not the athletic type for a Power Ranger, or the martial arts type, what Power Rangers are. Now, to be honest with you, he's a bit more like the putty men. And if you know what I'm talking about, I'm sure he will. They're the ones that used to get fucked about all the time, like Billy did in this match. They got beat the shit out of, and it kind of looks a bit weird. I know Billy was the good guy, so you don't normally get a face beating up a heel, throwing him around the ring all the time. But the laws of averages, you look at the size of them, it just physically didn't look well, it didn't look right, and that's why for me this match wasn't great, because Billy was getting thrown about by a guy less than half the size of him. Yeah, you can argue Rey Mysterio. This ain't no Rey Mysterio. It wasn't the greatest of matches, to be honest with you. It just looked like these two guys didn't really prepare long enough to discuss what they was going to do. Like I said, if everything they'd done in that ring worked, it would have been a fantastic match. It wasn't, though. They need to obviously prepare a little bit more. I don't know how long either one of these have been wrestling for, but it just wasn't a great match, and hopefully they can watch this back and learn from it. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy with an opinion, but I've paid my money, so obviously this is my 2 cents. So now your third matchup, and this was a #1 contenders match for the APW Championship, and this was between Alexander Rauf and Connor Mills.
Looks like he's about to play basketball.
You reckon?
Yeah, I'll get hit. Now I've got a better laugh. Yeah! Get off me. Touch me. Kick me in my ribs. Now you can't breathe, boy. Now you can't breathe, boy.
Come on! Come on! To the top! No. To the top!
So Conor Mills manages to pick up the win there to become the #1 contender for the APW Championship. Now, this was a really good match. Both of them worked really well together. Alexander Rauf, his gimmick's brilliant. He comes across as a cocky sports fanatic, and he's got the chat to back it up as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit of MVP back in the day, you know. Conor as well, he reminds me of a young CM Punk, but more of a high flyer risk taker. But both of them, they look comfortable in the ring. I liked both of them together. They worked well, and one of the better matches of the night, actually. Really enjoyed this. So your next matchup, and this is a tag match. Now this is between one team, and they are called Negative Tendencies, and they are up against Team Ream. Basically two people from The Only Way is Essex. So Tomby and Jake Casanova from Negative Tendencies had a little bit of a word to say to the crowd. I'm going to throw that in there for you now. So Team Ream, which is Taylor Essex and Vincenzo Falcone, they didn't take too kindly to them words. You see what I mean.
You people do not deserve to see me and this man.
What? You shut your mouth, James!
If you just be quiet, I can talk to your little brains and you'll understand what we're all about.
What? Tell you one more time.
Thank you.
What? If you don't shut up, I'm going to smash you right in. What? Come, son.
You're brave down there.
Come on, then.
You're very brave down there.
Not one person in this place that can step to us. Not one person in the back that can step to us. And let's see if they've got guts. Come on! What? Get him out! Get him out!
Come on!
Yeah! knockout there.
Come on, Tyler, you got this.
One, two, three.
Come on, Tyler. That's the stuff. Come on, Tyler.
Master of the craft. Shut your mouth! That's why you can't hit it! You didn't shut your mouth! I'll slap that beard off your face! You wear makeup! You wear makeup!
You wear makeup. You wear makeup.
See that? Shut your mouth!
You wear makeup. You wear makeup. Go on, Tyler. Yes, Tyler. In you get.
That's what you get!
So Team Ream pick up the win there in what was an okay match because there was a few mistakes. Some of them went pretty unnoticed, and it was good because a couple of them saved each other from a mishap, shall we say. All genuinely nice guys. Now Team Ream's entrance was brilliant. They came out with selfie sticks, and they normally go Facebook Live with it, and I normally criticise people with the selfie sticks. Mainly because I'm an ugly bastard. I don't want people taking photos of me. But like I said, YouTube sensation and everything, you know, billboards is going to be happening. And now that they've, you know, got me on their video, I'm actually going to make them more famous than they actually are. So, hashtag I'm just saying, lads, yeah, I'll take 20% of anything you make from now on, okay? Now, Tomby actually looked good. He looked like a typical old school hardcore wrestler. Come out with the chair, the gruntness, get in with the crowd as well, tell them to shut up and shut their mouth. If you listen carefully when someone says, can't hear you, that was my nephew on the sideline, and Tomby looked down the line and started having a go at them instead of my nephew. And it was just brilliant. We're sitting there pissing ourselves laughing. Casanova, on the other hand, there was nothing there going for him. He looked like he had the look of a savage wrestler. You know, remember the Anvil with the massive kind of goatee sort of thing? Casanova just didn't do anything for me, and obviously the guys I was with, there was nothing from him that showed us that he had a bit of a personality and he had actually something that he can show in the ring. Like I said, Tomby, he's got the look and he interacted well with the crowd. Team Ream, same as well. They tried to get behind the crowd, but again, sometimes the crowd are not up for it. If you just want to sit there and watch, that's fine, but I'm like, what's the point in going if you're not going to make any noise? And again, I know I haven't made any noise, but that's because I'm filming and I'm trying to get the film instead of making noise. But if you see me at other shows, I don't shut up. So before I go on to the next match, as you know, I normally go to these shows with a couple of guys, and Big Nose was allowed out to play, and Big Nose is here tonight doing this video with me. Pop your head round, Big Nose. There he is. Look at the size of that conker. Fucking hell. Jesus, do you mind? Just scaring the fucking crowd. So the fifth matchup, and this was between Damien, and he was up against a guy called Nate Lewis. And to be honest with you, I've seen Nate Lewis before, but I don't think he wrestled under that name. And me and Big Nose were contemplating, where have we seen him before? We've actually seen him at another promotion. And he wasn't that great then, but he's improved a lot since we've last seen him. And obviously, I'll show you the match and we'll talk about it afterwards as well. Damien is his typical... pretty much it was that. Damien's Damien, basically. And I warned Big Nose, put your hood up, because, you know, Damien loves to come out and spit whatever he's pretty much got in his mouth at, I say the crowd, mainly us all the time. And yes, I got my hood up just in time before he could do it. And like I said, I like it when men spit saliva at me. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a fetish. Get over it.
If you don't shut up, I'm going to kill him.
Oh no!
Shut your mouth! Shut up!
Good which round? Is that Damien dabbing? Damien, dab!
Come on! Shut your mouths while I kill him! Shut your mouths while I kill him! Let's go! Let's go! Come on! He's dead! God's sake! Shut up! Yes! One of them!
5.
Oh! Damien! Come on, sweet cheeks. Hey, shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, son. Get a haircut.
Why stop after one?
Done! Shut your mouths!
Je mug.
Final destination! Yeah! Go! See ya! Go on, everyone! No! Final destination!
So Damien picks up the win in what was a match he dominated from start to finish, and it was good to see him back in the ring. Damien went a bit missing for a while. I'm not too sure where. I think he went away to find himself. I'm not too sure what's been going on with Damien, but it's good to see him back either way. And yes, we've all had our baptism where he spits the water at us. So Nate Lewis, like I said, first time I saw him, it wasn't a great gimmick or wrestling. Now, much better. And like we said with the dab, he dabs just before he pretty much gets his head knocked off his shoulders. His entrance was really good. He came out dancing and bopping and dabbing, and he came out with a little pink rubber ball. He was throwing it around in the crowd, and one kid got it, launched it at his head. Luckily, Nate had reactions and he just palmed it away, because if he wasn't watching, that would have clocked him straight in the side of the face. We enjoyed this match, and it pretty much reminded us of, well, an old school WWE wrestler, the legend that is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and it was literally like watching Hacksaw Jim Duggan on coke, speed and crack all mixed in one match there, but we really enjoyed it. So then your last and final match, which is your main event, would be coming up right now, and I'd be showing you clips of it. But I don't have any, unfortunately, because my phone ran out of battery and Big Nose's fucking phone ran out of space. So when we filmed it, it got corrupted again and wouldn't upload for some reason. So I don't understand why, and I can only apologise to the two wrestlers, to New Force Wrestling, and to everyone else that is obviously watching this, and now you don't get to see the main event. I'll give you a rundown of obviously what it was like either way though, so you can kind of picture it like old school times when TVs weren't invented, but you had to listen to the radio to listen to a show. Yeah, I don't fucking know, because I was nowhere near that age either. I weren't born. What the fuck am I talking about? So the main event was between Theodore Powers and Mauro Chavez. So Chavez came out and he was pretty much like, I'm a vegan, this is vegan power, and you should all be like me because you're all pretty much fat and disgusting and you're all going to get diabetes. So a couple of people started the chant of KFC. Yeah, I joined in on that one, you know what I mean? So obviously straight away he's having a row with the crowd, which is brilliant. I've seen Theodore Powers a couple of times when he's playing a face, when he's playing a heel, and he's loud on both parts, which is great, and he'll get the crowd going either way. And he was a face this time, and it was the first time I've actually seen him as a face, and I must admit I prefer him as a heel personally, just because I love a good heel to hate. That's just me, and it worked though. This match, it was a really good match actually. There was no botches. It went nice and smooth. I wish I could bring you more because unfortunately I haven't got any, so I'm trying to remember it on memory, and it happened last week. And like I say, I'm getting old, Alzheimer's is kicking in. It's just a shame I don't have any videos, and I apologise on that. Next time, New Force Wrestling, I'll make sure I've got plenty of battery and we can go from there. There was obviously a few words afterwards that was going back and forth on the microphone, and God did that go on forever though. And then Chavez meant to pick up the microphone, and then I've shouted out, what more do you need to talk about? You've literally said everything you need to say. He drops the microphone and walks off. Theodore Powers jumps out the ring, gives me the microphone and says, say thank you very much, Treagles. Thank you very much, Treagles. I've done it. So that was my highlight of the night either way. So thank you very much for giving me that opportunity. But I'll promise next time I will get it on film. And like I said, I can only apologise before. So yeah, guys, that's literally all I've got to bring you. I've got one more show of the year, and then I'm calling it a night for the year, basically, because I'm going to take a bit of a break, because obviously Christmas is coming up and New Year and everything. So hopefully in the new year I will be bringing you loads more. I'm going to try and get interviews up again so I can bring you some interviews. So leave me any comments of who you would like me to interview, what shows you'd like me to check out as well. And then obviously going forward we can go from there. I'm looking to do loads more Barnet reviews as well, go into a few more games, and hopefully I get to see you at shows and games as well. So guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave any comments below, follow me on Twitter, it's in the description, share this video with all your friends, because like I said, I'm skint, I need the money, Christmas is coming up, right? The dough ain't gonna pay for shit. I've just let the cat out of the bag. So I just want to say thank you New Force Wrestling for inviting me along and letting me film. Really enjoyed myself, and I hope to come back to another show very, very soon. So guys, like I said, until next time, don't forget to like, subscribe, leave any comments below, share this video with everyone that you know. And until next time, I will see you later.